Hey Leo, welcome to October 2019. Now this is a busy month for you. Mars, the planet of action, passion, desire, energy, is in the area of day-to-day communication, where you live. And he is speeding things up, so you may find that your daily routine has just gone into warp drive. And you're going to be very busy this month. One of the things you want to watch out for is impatience and thinking before you speak. Because if you find that other people are pushing your buttons and you get angry and you just say what's on your mind, or you type an email and send it out there, once you calm down, you might be like, oh, I wish I didn't say that. Or that isn't exactly what I meant. And so be aware of that you could be really feeling this energy of intensity. And it is in the area of communication, short distance travel, long distance travel, what you think, even what you believe. And there's some real intense energies here with the planets this month, and you just want to be aware that there could be a lot of stupid going on out there, and you just might find like, oh man, you know, and you just want to lay them out in lavender. That's an old saying, lay them out in lavender, you know, just tell them what you really think. And then it's like, uh-oh, reeling it back in. So be aware of that. You know, I like that practice of count to 10. And I know myself when, you know, people are acting out in ways that are not appropriate or respectful or appreciative, I have to pull it back and wait before I respond. And remember, the power is always with the one who acts, not with the one who reacts. So if we're reacting, we're really not in our power. And you want to be the one who acts from your power, not reacting to the behavior or the words of others. And this is especially in social media, so that if you're tweeting, or you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and you know there's arguments going off, and you jump in, you know, the next thing you know, you're in a firestorm, and then you're just, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Why did I even tie up my energy in this? Because you're really busy and you have a lot going on, so you don't want to involve yourself in the brouhaha that is going to be very active here in October and going into November. Now, Pluto moves direct on the 3rd of October, and this is going to be a very Scorpion time for all of us, because Mercury enters Scorpio on the 3rd. And with Pluto direct, he is involved in the Aries full moon on the 13th. So this is going to be an intense time. Saturn's going to challenge the Sun on the 7th. So watch your energy level around the 7th, or any frustration you're feeling, because as the planets move through Libra, and Libra's a great sign for you because Libra is an air sign, and the air feeds the fire, and the fire feeds the air. So you love Libras, and we love when the Sun is in Libra, and the full moon in Aries is something you always look forward to. Even though the Sun is in its detriment in Libra, it's your ruling planet, it's still a great energy. Libras are great people, great energy. However, they are being challenged by Saturn and Pluto, because Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. So what that means is, as the planets move through Libra, they have to face the Grim Reaper, Saturn, and, you know, Mr. Determined himself, Pluto. And so that just, can be challenging points of contention. And so be aware of that when you might feel like, you're going along, you're doing your thing, and then you hit a wall. Or you're going along, you're doing your thing, and there's a problem, and you can't seem to find the resolution. Patience is going to be asked of you here in October, going into November. And Mars enters Libra on the 4th, and this is the step up of your daily routine moving into warp speed and you being very busy. Venus enters Scorpio on the 8th, so now we have Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, Mars, the co-ruler of Scorpio, both very active this month. Venus in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio. So we have a lot of scorpionic energy going on. Scorpio has to do with power. It has to do with trust issues. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust others? Manipulation, hidden agendas, power plays. There's a lot of toxic, unconscious substance that's going to be spewed out into the open at the time of the Aries full moon on the 13th, because the full moon is being T-squared by Pluto, who is in a very tight T-square. That means he's squaring both lights, the moon in Aries and the sun in Libra. Now, for some of you, this can have to do with your work and what's been going on with your work. It can have to do with your beliefs, because the full moon is in the area of your future. And it can also mean that your plans are getting larger and that your future is becoming more expansive. So there is an upside to this. Pluto is not an unlucky planet. He is about the inevitable changes inherent, or the inevitable conclusion of situations. And we may be finding this in October at the time of this full moon, and even at the Scorpio New Moon on the 27th, where something is beginning and something is completing. Now, for some of you, you could be moving out of what you're doing. Maybe you're moving into something else. Maybe for some of you, you are going to be going back to school or going on to school, or you're launching something new, a new business, a new website, a new YouTube channel, podcast, a book. You're publishing something. And it's really requiring of you. It's very important what you're doing. On a deeper level, there's this transformation happening with you, an extreme transformation, because we're dealing with Pluto. And Pluto is an extreme energy. He's not a maybe planet. Pluto is yes, no. So he is challenging the sun in Libra in the area of communication, your thought process, as well as the moon in Aries in the area of your beliefs, your truth, your spirituality, your philosophy for life. So something's changing here for you. Maybe you're going to find that you have a new philosophy. Maybe you're going to find that, for some of you, you might want to just like dial out of social media. Like you need a timeout from all of the tweeting or the Instagram or the Facebook or the YouTube or whatever you're doing. That it's maybe for some of you, it's been taking over your life, and you want more personal time for yourself. And that's appropriate. Whatever transforms here is all part of your destiny and your soul asking for something new, more, greater. Maybe you want more time for yourself. Maybe you want more fun in your life. Maybe you want more freedom in your life. And Pluto is pointing out the area of what needs to change for you. What is not working for you anymore. And now that doesn't mean you're going to stop in October. It might just be, okay, I realize I don't want to be doing this anymore. I don't want to be in this job anymore, or this role anymore, or this relationship anymore. And you need to create an exit strategy, because you don't want to blow things up. You want to have a soft landing. And so it could be that too, where you're at this place where you're really looking at, okay, what is it that I want in my life? What is it that I want in my future? And as I look down the road of my future, I see it, getting larger and becoming more of what I want it to be, rather than what it is right now or what it's been. So it is important that you're patient and not just jumping ship because you've reached this place where you don't want to deal anymore. You don't want to participate in this way, and that's okay. This is very much to do with your work, your thinking, what you're thinking, what you believe, your truth, your daily routine. It has to do with, your day-to-day activities. Like maybe that's it too. Like you really need to change things up and be open to that. Be open to what needs to change for you. Now, another thing too is, as the energies move forward, the sun enters Scorpio on the 23rd. And Scorpio New Moon, the Scorpio New Moon is on the 27th. Now, so the energy is still very personal for you. First, it's in the area of how you think and communicate. Now it moves into your home, your foundation, your personal security. What you do to build security within yourself, spiritually, mentally, physically. So you may be thinking about, you want to move. Now again, that doesn't mean you're going to move in October. This can all be going on in your mind, like you're thinking about making a move, that you want to move to another part of the world or another part of your country, or maybe you want to move in with someone. This is all appropriate. And Uranus is opposing the new moon. So Uranus is surprise, and it is disruption. There could be something going on in the world that is disrupting you at home, that sense of personal security, or something in the job or the work front becomes disruptive, unexpected. Uranus is the unexpected, and it brings that surprise element to whatever it touches, and it's right on the new moon in Scorpio. And that is, very challenging. So it is an energy where you're going to be, looking at how you build security for yourself, your personal foundation, what you want in your future, where you're going. It is about having more freedom in your life, more freedom in the business you own, or more freedom in the job that you do. Because that really is what's at the core of all of this, is your freedom, is what it is you want to feel good, to have the life that you desire and want. And Scorpio rules your deepest desires. Now there's a challenge because Saturn is exactly squaring Mars in Libra at the time of the new moon. So that's where I'm saying you're looking at things, but timing is everything. This may not be the right time to move or change what you're doing. Let it percolate. Let it brew. And be patient, because Mercury goes retrograde on Halloween. Happy Halloween, October 31st. Mercury goes retrograde. He will be retrograde until November 20th. Now, you don't stop living, you don't stop life when Mercury's retrograde, because he retrogrades too many times in order to do that. But it is another sign from the universe that you need to not rethink, you need to percolate with what you're thinking. You need to let it slow cook, let it brew for a while before you take any action. So you're not being pushed to take action this month. It's almost like the universe is saying, be patient. Think before you speak. Don't be in a hurry. Mercury's going to be in Scorpio, which is interesting, from October 3rd through December 9th. That's a lot of Scorpio energy. And that is in the area of your foundation. So there's a lot going on inside of you that needs to have time to plan what is appropriate and right course of action. And I think you're going to feel that when we get to Sagittarius, your sister sign. Now, there is a wonderful Taurus full moon coming up in November, and the Sagittarius new moon is awesome. So, and it's not that these moons aren't great, it's just that this first one is going to be creating a lot of conflict out there. Now, for you, it's more in the area of work and the public or social media. So it's not so much going on with you and your personal relationships, like the person you're with or your family, but there's a lot going on outside your inner circle, and that is going to be very Scorpionic or Plutonian, which, you know, those are because it's just, the moon represents our unconscious. And so when you have a full moon, it brings to conscious awareness what's below the surface for all of us. And so it's going to be bringing to conscious awareness maybe jealousy, maybe guilt, shame, manipulation, hidden agendas, power struggle, power plays. And this is happening through the work area. It's happening, potentially with your public image or your public or where you work. And so you want to be aware of that and how to navigate that. Now, Jupiter is in positive energy flow with both lights, the Sun in Libra and the Moon in Aries. And Jupiter for you is in a wonderful part of your chart. He is in the area of true love, romance, creative self-expression, your inner child, play. So taking time to play, not getting caught up in the negative behavior, not getting, sucked into being manipulated by others or the games people are playing, but having fun and taking time for yourself and playing well with others. And, you're even going to be feeling like if you're taking care of you, you're going to have that feeling warm and fuzzy, like that about your relationships. Like you feel good about your partner or who you're seeing or who you're dating. And, there's like this warm feeling of we're good together, everything's going good with us. And that's great. And that's awesome. And that's why you don't need to get sidetracked by the drama going on at work or with other people or the media or social media. If obstacles come up, particularly with the Mars-Saturn energy, or on the 7th it's the Sun with Saturn, and then on the 27th it's Mars and Saturn, just be patient. Mars will move past Saturn, and then things will move forward. Sometimes when we're being slowed down by the universe or blocked, we're being protected by your guides, your mighty I Am presence. Your higher self is protecting you from doing something prematurely or doing something just because you think you want to do it right now. So be patient and what is brought to conscious awareness is important because it is going to reflect how you really feel about your future and your plans and where things are going for you. And the same with this very surprising Scorpio New Moon is be patient because the hard work will pay off. Like whatever the work you're doing, it's going to pay off for you. And it is paying off. It's just about being patient with the energies and allowing them to shift and change what needs to be changed. And for you, you might be thinking about moving or moving in with your partner. For some of you, you're getting a special proposal this month. And love looks good for Leos here in October if you can navigate the crazy too. And how do you do that? Keep a sense of humor. Don't take anything personal. Take nothing personal. Remember, people are going to be projecting. This is an energy of projection. Oppositions create projections. And a full moon is an opposition, and it's T-squared by Pluto on the 13th. Then the new moon is being opposed by Uranus, which is another opposition. So people can be projecting their own so-called reality, which has nothing to do with yours. So you stay in your own lane, stay in that warm, fuzzy feeling that you have, and just do the violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. My love is a being of violet fire. My love is the purity God desires. Now, for those of you open for love, it's on. And, you could be, meeting someone really wonderful and having fun and having a great time and like feeling really good about this person. And for those of you that are already with someone, you may get a special proposal this month. You may find that, surprise, they want to marry you or move in with you. For some of you, it's, that can be the surprise that comes in here. And maybe this is what you've been thinking all along, is that you're ready for something bigger, deeper, and more committed. So be open for that. And it's going to be interesting because for all of us, it's going to be bringing to conscious awareness what's been going on subconsciously, which we're not always aware of. So it's almost like you're getting what you've been asking for, ready or not. And career looks good. And, it is about being patient and working with the energies and taking good care of yourself and not letting work completely consume you. Because that's where it has been happening for Leos. And it is going to be that way for a bit longer because of that Saturn-Pluto energy that is getting more tighter as the months go on. I'm not seeing any challenges to the money. The money is good and flowing, and cash is good. And that's another reason why you just want to stay in your own bubble of joy and happiness and not get caught up in other people's drama, other people's karma. Stay in your place, position. How is your health? The body is the messenger. It's always feeding back as to if we're working too much, if we're not listening, if we're overdoing something. That will be brought to your attention this month, especially at the Aries full moon. So be aware of that. And maybe that's it too, is where you're just like, I need a vacation. I'm taking a vacation. I'm going to go on a wonderful trip. And it could be like the best thing for you. Totally. Spiritually, it's a very important time. And the universe, is talking. And it's so important to take time to listen and tune into that message that you're getting from the universe. Listening to what it is they are revealing to you at this time. And much will be revealed here in October, going into November. And that's why it's important to, keep your space clean, not get caught up in other people's stories, so that you are right on with your own story and flowing with the changes, flowing with the energies, and feeling great about where things are going, because they're going really well for you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Leo, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it would be awesome if you did. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, so until next time, Leo, stay in your warm, feeling good, fuzzy place and be open to love.